Okay, my name is Catherine, and I'm a primary school teacher, and I live in Nottingham. Alcohol is the only drug I've ever used. I've never smoked, taken recreational drugs, and there is a history of alcoholism on both sides of my family, both my mother's and father's, and I seem to have drawn the short straw, if indeed there is a predisposition towards alcoholism, then I seem to have got it. My brother is not an alcoholic. I started drinking when I was 14, always drinking to excess. My first blackout was aged 14. By 17, I was drinking on my own and hiding the evidence from my parents. This combined with an eating disorder meant that the alcohol obviously hit me a lot quicker. I was a functioning alcoholic until I was, I would say, 36. I didn't drink at all when I was pregnant or breastfeeding my three daughters. But the day that my then husband had a vasectomy, I went on a bender, and that really continued. For a long while. Before that, nothing had worked. I had countless trips to hospital, inebriated, falling downstairs, goodness only knows, falling over in the street. I had home detoxes, chlordiazepoxide, hospital detoxes, went to AA, was sober for 4 years, including when my father died, but there was still that hole in the soul. That's the only way I can describe it. It wasn't right. I was going through the motions. And because of that, I kept relapsing. It was the only way I could deal with the pain. That's what it felt, that the absolute, I cannot deal with this, was to get a bottle and take to my bed. And all the degradation, the guilt, the shame that comes with that. So, in taking the step to contact Awakn in Bristol, I didn't have anything to lose and an awful lot, so it would seem, to gain. How I am now to how I am before is that I know now what total acceptance means. It's really hard to put into words because Ben and Owen explained to me about the standard negative way that my brain was working, and you've always done this, you've always done what you've always done, and get the same result. But the ketamine, I'm told, improved the elasticity of the brain and was creating new neural pathways. And I can only assume that it is thanks to the ketamine that I am thinking in a more rounded way and not following the same negative self-destructive patterns that I was doing beforehand. It's just astonishing. And I think that's all I can say is it was so overwhelming, the whole process, and the gratitude I feel, and also the people who obviously only understand drugs from the dangerous, the recreational point of view. They have no idea, or don't seem to have any understanding of, how they can be used to help people with like me. If I think about the thousands of pounds that my father paid for me to twice to go into a clinic, which was bloody useless. When I think about the ambulances, the doctors, the on-call, the hospital stays, the thousands I have cost the NHS by going in, by paying for this treatment, three injections, the therapy before and after. I have saved my own life, and I've saved the NHS an awful lot of money. So my relationship with two of my daughters has improved. Everybody was dubious. Everybody, my partner, friends. I think that's another reason why I didn't tell anybody until I was about to embark on it. Oh, here we go again, another of her, so-called schemes. Will it work? And I'm not really saying much to them. I know that this is different. My partner knows it's different, and Sophie and Anna, my two other daughters, they say I sound different. I mean, I'm kinder to myself at work. I'm kinder with myself in general. And all I can say is that is through ketamine. It sounds bizarre, but that's how it feels. And I thought I'd hit rock bottom on numerous occasions, but clearly not. But somehow my partner of 10 years finishing with the relationship and missing work, losing the chance at the best school I've ever worked in, my dream job through self-destruction, that was my rock bottom. And I would just say, take the opportunity, take the chance, give it a go. What have you got to lose? Your life? Because I've lost mine nearly on a number of occasions. I'm not looking back, or the only thing I am looking back was I wish I'd discovered this earlier.